Amsterdam International Radio.
Hipster attire.
Oscar nominations were out
Oscar nominations
a
are
couple
out.
days ago.
Yes.
Okay, the Oscar nominations were out a couple of days ago. We looked. I had to see the actual because I can't. A lot of people they look up like this who was nominated online, like an article like this. He does that.
Yeah.
I can't live like that. I have to watch the actual nomination.
You're going to watch that whole?
No, I like they did the nomination video.
Okay,
And
yeah,
it was
yeah.
Andy Serkis and Tiffany Haddish. They had Tiffany Haddish do it. By
Yeah,
the way.
yeah.
She's coming up. She's moving.
She's really moving out
She's
here.
gonna do these
Yeah.
Oscar type things. That's a big deal.
She's a comedian, right?
She's a comedian.
Yeah.
So they
I'm
did
bad
it.
with names. I don't know.
They
what
announced,
you're
you don't know who
talking
Tiffany Haddish is.
about. I'm bad with names.
I
don't
don't
know.
understand. I keep asking myself why
Tiffany
we have
Haddish.
him on the show.
She's the one
Why is he on the show?
who was homeless, and Kevin Hart gave her a bunch of
Oh,
money.
I know her. I know her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's her.
She cool. She cool.
Yeah.
He needs to hear a whole story too.
No.
Oscar
remember
nominations
faces.
are out, ladies
I'm-
and gentlemen.
You know, I'm
So-
a very visual person.
I love how the guy. So it starts with this old guy saying, "Oh, this was a great year."
It
It's
always starts
It's always
with
a
an old
great year for films.
Yeah, always.
Like they never like, this year was me, but here's the guys that were the best. They never do that
They'll never admit it.
because I thought this year was
Yeah.
me. In my
Well,
opinion.
actually,
Blockbusters.
it was, yeah, I thought,
What are you
Yeah,
talking
but
about?
the year in comparison, to other
Blockbusters will
years-
never be chosen for Oscar movie.
Well, they get
nominations.
they got other categories like
Yeah,
visual effects. That's where they all are. They're all in the visual effects category. No, that's where they all.
there's
are.
some
true.
shit happening
The
there, but
visual
we'll get
effect-
into that.
We have the nominations. The visual effects category is all blockbusters.
let me be honest, man. Like, when I saw the list, that's when I thought, okay, we actually might have had a good year with the movies.
You think
But
so?
the best movies were good, but
Yeah,
I don't
well,
know.
yeah, the best movies were good.
Like the top, you can make a list of 10. I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
don't
if
know.
you say if you're looking
it's
at
not as good as before. Yeah.
they were good, but it's like you say this was the best of the whole year. Then it's like, well, the whole year we couldn't do better than this. It's like,
Yeah.
anyways, which category do we
True.
want to start with? I think we should pick like a random one.
So what I have, man, I have a list of.
There should be some kind of structure to this. We cannot
There
just
is.
pick a random
you can
one.
pick a random
There is-
category. to
you can
start there.
pick a
What's your
random
problem?
I have screenshots of.
I don't
want
want to do like the
bookmakers.
basic, like best actress. Like pick
No,
like
no.
sound editing or
Okay.
some shit.
Well,
Pick
here,
random shit.
I took it
Pick
from
some shit
the
where we can-
odds because you can bet on these things, right? So the odds give a good indication of what people expect, right?
Yeah.
So we have
Do that.
all
So
the
what do you?
odds
Because
here.
you can bet. Yeah, he
Yeah,
explains it.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna do.
So let's see.
So
that's where you're looking.
you gambled on the Oscars?
No,
But you can't.
but we're thinking about
and
it
we're going to.
because there's a bunch of them here that you think.
That's why. Well, why not?
Why not?
I can predict that shit. I'm so good at it.
Yeah, look at it. But I mean, when
If
I
you
when
lose
you
money,
hear
don't
I
don't,
always-
be,
I'm
don't
always
call
right.
don't call crying. You know.
when
Why
you
would
hear
I
the
fucking
odds
call
on
you?
these things, man, it's
Can we
it's
go?
Good.
Can
yeah.
we
Okay. Best
go?
sound editing. Okay, we have a list.
Nominees. Start with
The nominees are Dunkirk, Blade Runner, Star Wars: The Last Jedi, Baby Driver, and The Shape of Water.
Okay.
That's a pretty predictable.
Did
list,
anybody
actually.
see
Yeah.
which ones? Because I didn't
Of
see all
course,
of
it's the same ones
Uh,
for best
they
sound.
arrived
editing.
here.
I've seen
them. I saw
Baby Driver.
They arrived here very
I've
late. I saw Baby Driver. I
I
saw
saw,
I saw Star
Dunkirk.
Wars.
I saw Dunkirk.
I
I
didn't
saw
see
Dunkirk
Dunkirk.
and Baby Driver. You saw Blade Runner.
I saw Blade Runner.
I saw Blade Runner too.
What
Yeah.
else? Star Wars.
Star
This
Wars.
motherfucker saw that.
yes.
Okay.
Of course.
great.
Nobody saw The Shape of Water.
No, anybody?
Nobody?
Okay, we were close. We were close.
I need to see that
Close.
one because the trailer looks.
It's not
very
here. They
interesting.
take fucking long to put
Yeah,
anything here.
they only put it out
Yeah,
after.
yeah,
it
that's
wins.
the
After
problem.
they win, so they can do the
Yeah.
promos.
And
Anyway,
because we're legal people, we don't download.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Guillermo del Toro is doing his thing. That's the only one we didn't see, so we can't really talk about. But the other ones,
Yeah.
to get combined, we've seen all but that one.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm going Blade Runner. I'm going Blade Runner. Easy.
I can see why.
Sound
even though I
sound,
haven't watched.
sound editing, right?
Um,
Not mixing.
Sound editing.
See,
was
because
it.
I know the difference.
But sound
But
mixing also has the same nominees, by the way, which we'll go to next.
Blade Runner.
For me, like I was thinking,
Yeah.
Baby Driver.
Sound?
Yeah.
Sound editing, the way they put the sound together. People are gonna
Baby
say,
Driver.
I
did
would choose Baby
really well,
Driver.
though.
I would choose Baby Driver.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you all
So,
agree with.
No, because it's all based on
Yeah.
The whole
his iPod or whatever.
the audio is a big
Yeah.
part of the movie, but I could see
Mm.
Blade Runner. I could see Blade Runner winning pretty easily.
But you
Yeah.
had a good point yesterday about Blade Runner. You could probably explain
What
your
was it?
point
So- What
So
was your
the
point?
difference between Baby Driver, it depends on where they want to go. If you want to go for, let's pick the most obvious choice, like a film that really, where the sound editing was very obvious because it was a part of the narrative, then you pick Baby Driver.
Yeah.
Blade Runner, the sound editing wasn't a part of the narrative itself, but the quality of it was extremely high, and it also, in a more subtle way, added to the entire aesthetic of that world, that whole universe. It's a film where there's very little talking. Talking that's done is very soft, so the,
Yeah.
the actors aren't very loud. They're often in rooms.
It is
where
always
it's-
clear though. Like but that's maybe more the mixing part. But the voices are
It's very clear. Exactly. That's my point.
It's very low. It's very subdued.
Very clear.
Exactly.
And they didn't do a lot of like the background noise was almost all ambience. It
Yeah.
wasn't like
Mhm.
excessive, except for when they went in the city, and then the sound effects of like the
cars
best
and
the
everything.
cars
Yeah.
driving. The best example of the sound editing for me was in combination with the music as well was the ending of Blade Runner.
You mean-
Did everyone see that?
Spoiler
No,
alert.
well,
What?
Okay, well anyway, I'm not gonna spoil it. There's a big fight at the end. Predictable, right? There's gonna be a big
Yeah.
fight. No one has to. And the way that you know which one I'm talking
Yeah.
about. The end fight.
well, you know
And
what?
the way they piece that together with the sound and the music and the water crushing down, it's that.
That's
that
why
to
I
me
say
is
that
easily.
That's why I said I could easily see that winning because
It's
that
just
is
the quality of it is
really
just different level.
in the movie in making everything feel like one piece. That
Mhm.
they did the
Yeah,
best of
The
doing
sound.
that.
They
But
made sure that.
Baby Driver has really the story going for it with the sound.
Yeah,
I
'cause
saw
the
it, like,
kids are-
without the sound, without that playlist, which is a phenomenal playlist,
Yeah.
the movie wouldn't be.
Because
that,
let's
like,
talk about
same.
Baby Driver because you made a good argument. So
What
Every
are
single song, if you notice, is synced with every single movement in the movie, and every gunshot syncs with every beat. I
That's
don't know if you
how-
noticed. Yeah, like
yeah, that's what. Yeah, it is. Yeah,
yeah.
they did that. They synced the
Oh,
gunshots with the beat of
You
the
saw
music.
Baby Driver?
Yeah, I did.
yeah.
Oh,
We actually saw it together
We saw it.
in the movies.
I thought it was.
Um,
Okay, romantic. Go on.
Yeah,
this motherfucker?
but it was
doesn't
what
understand
really made
friendship.
the movie is the soundtrack.
Whatever.
And I've heard that before. Like a lot of people watched it, and the first thing they said is like the synchronization between the soundtrack and the scenes is absolutely phenomenal. Which is, and actually
When he's behind the wheel, that's what you're saying.
And so
every single scene.
But real quick,
Mhm.
what's the story again? Right? He had this car accident when he was a kid, and that's why he doesn't. He's. Oh no, he has that disease, doesn't he? Yes.
Yeah.
He had the
Yeah.
car accident when he was a kid, and he has that. What do you call it again? Tinnitus.
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 Yeah.
When you have this ringing sound, the whole. We all know what it is.
Yeah.
So he has
So
to
we have
keep
the
listening to music all
music,
the time to
otherwise
sort
you-
of
yeah.
distract himself from it.
Yeah, and that's why he has that shit. He does that and he drives. Big ripoff of the movie Drive, though, by
Yeah.
Nicholas Winding Refn and starring Ryan Gosling. A far better film, my opinion. Big ripoff.
But
Many.
I
agree.
If you seen Drive, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's literally
Yeah.
the same,
Yeah.
but then with like little. It's-
I've looked
Okay.
at the
But you know.
previous winners of this category, and I was looking for one specific movie to see if they won. Guardians of the Galaxy, because they do similar stuff like Baby Driver. They have a specific
Exactly. Yeah.
soundtrack, and if that movie would have won, I would have said Baby Driver won.
Did they?
wins.
It's going to
Mm.
be
It didn't. It wasn't even nominated. Nominated in the.
Well,
the
you
previous
know who
years.
the huge favorite is to win this one? Big favorite by far. Dunkirk.
Boom.
Might surprise you.
That's yeah. See, this is why these odds are useful because I wouldn't even have thought of that. I would have forgot about.
You
him.
know what you would win if you put your money on Blade Runner? $10 gets you 100.
Yeah.
Baby Driver 52.
You.
So the lower, no,
Like-
but it's good because the lower the odds, it means that that's not who people expect to
Yeah,
win.
but that's what I mean. Like
Mm.
this is what I expected. Like Dunkirk. Like, look at
Dunkirk's the favorite.
difference. Dunkirk's the favorite. $10 wins you 2, right?
Yeah.
With Blade Runner 100. Look at the big difference.
10 times.
Yeah.
Like why?
Dunkirk.
So
Do you see
where are you
Dunkirk?
going to put your money? No, but
see
If,
Dunkirk?
if you would put your money.
No, I've not,
You didn't see Dunkirk?
I didn't want.
I thought you would see that shit.
Well, Oliver will put it on Blade
Aren't
Runner.
you a Nolan boy?
Nah.
I'd go Baby
I
Driver.
thought he was a Nolan boy.
I like the Batman movies. I liked Inception, but
Well, you
Interstellar
didn't-
was
no, you weren't a
okay.
Nolan- So who's the Nolan boy? There's a Nolan boy somewhere in our group circle.
I know.
Nolan boy.
There's
The
the
other
Nolan
dude.
boys. You have these. There's
The
a
other
real, it's a
dude.
real thing. These fanboys who
Yeah,
see him
yeah,
as the
yeah.
best director in the world. But I know someone that I know is that.
Another dude.
I know
Until he
some- I
comes
know
onto the
someone too.
podcast. I will not
Yeah,
name
it was
his
him.
name.
No, I remember.
It's the
Yeah,
other
he
dude.
likes. Yeah,
He will come
yeah.
on this podcast sometime. He will
Yeah,
explain
he's gonna show
himself.
up. Listen, in Dunkirk, the sound is a big part of the film. It's a war film that was done. I will give him that. It was done in an original way, not necessarily good, but original, where he took a lot of distance from the character. So it's not like something like I recently watched Saving Private Ryan again, and so that's
Yeah.
a very interesting comparison where there's a specific main characters, and the focus is very much on those main characters. You're following them. Whereas in Dunkirk, it's very removed. The main character is this kid. We barely see his face. We barely see him talk. He's just running around from here. You saw it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's running around from place to place, and then there's the thing with the different timelines, which I found very unnecessary. There's a part of the story
Nolan
that
likes
takes
to do
place
that
over a
shit.
day. One of the story takes place over an hour. Another part of the story takes place over the course of a week. That's how you divide. I don't see why it's necessary. But it's very removed from the characters, and the sound played a very big part in creating sort of the the world.
Well, because Dunkirk, because it's a war movie, I think a lot of people will get that we're in the war also.
Now it's also a
Get these
Nolan
memories,
thing.
the
It's
whole
also the fact that Nolan's name is attached to it. He's always pretty good with sound. He always he maybe good is not the right word, but he always emphasizes sounds a lot in almost every movie that has come out from him from the last few years. Sound has been really integral. For instance, Interstellar is the last movie I watched from him, and that was just sound was so heavy a part of that. Just the whole feeling of the spaceship just pressing you down and the sound just basically weighing you down on like that. He does that really well, and I assume that in Dunkirk he did similar stuff.
You
to
didn't
that.
see it? Oh, I keep forgetting you didn't see it. The scene that is a good example of it is when they're it's not just a scene, it's because it all takes place over different timelines, so it's all the same place. When they're at this beach, they're all at this beach, and they're waiting in line to get on the boats to get away, and every once in a while these German, I think, fighter pilots come by, and you hear the sound of it. And every time you hear that, oh no, it's the bomb. You hear the sound of the bomb dropping, and when you hear that sound, they all react and they all it's in the trailer even. That's the part of the trailer that they always show. You hear this very
So you're saying
high pitch sound.
if you're deaf, you wouldn't understand the movie as much. If you watch it without
You would
sound,
lose, you would
you would
lose.
lose
Yeah,
a
well,
lot
you
of
wouldn't get that
context.
scene. That scene you wouldn't get because all of a sudden they go. And
I think
you
multiple
would have to hear
scenes,
it.
You'd
But
You would have to
he
hear it.
does
Yeah,
that
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
stuff a lot.
Yeah, you would have to hear
Yeah,
it.
so
Yeah.
I haven't seen the movie, but I could see him winning for that kind of work.
So that sound
apparently a
editing.
huge favorite.
Yeah, next
We got
topic,
plenty
man.
of
Next
categories.
topic.
Man, will you stop being all? Don't ruin the thing. We got a good thing going on. We
Jeff,
got
put your
our
phone
rhythm.
on,
Right, the
airplane
chemistry is
mode.
going.
My
And
phone's
you're
on airplane.
Is
you're
it?
doing this.
Maybe that.
Can I have some of the water?
Of course,
I
man.
guess. I just heard a little bit, but
I need to.
anyway,
We'll get
other-
to some
other
shit you've
categories.
seen. Hold on. Yeah,
Um,
you've seen. We'll get to some
so
shit
we
you've seen.
skip sound mixing, I guess.
Yeah, skip that. Same.
It's similar. What best original screenplay? The best original screenplay. Here are the
Here's my shit.
nominees.
That's the part I like.
You got Lady Bird,
Yeah, right.
Get Out,
I need to watch out what I say about
Three
that.
Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Nice movie.
It's a good one.
The Shape of Water and The Big Sick. Surprising.
I didn't see that coming.
Oh, yo.
Okay, wait. Before
I didn't
before
see
you
that
even
coming at
continue,
all.
like
Nah.
No,
Oli?
that was a big surprise.
Oliver, think before you say something about continue. Go on.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
What were you
Because-
gonna say?
Well, I want to also.
Trick him into it.
Well, one day I would also like to be someone who's working in this industry. I have to not say things that offend
Yeah.
people, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't
Too
do.
late with that.
No, but that's So let's start with which one we saw. Which ones did we see? I saw Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
I
Yeah, I've
saw-
seen that one as well.
Get Out. I
Get
saw
Out. We saw.
Yeah.
Big
Oh,
Oh,
Sick.
that one's nominated too. I forgot.
The Big Sick I haven't watched.
Big Sick. I saw the trailer.
planning
No,
on
people
watching
keep
it.
telling me I have to watch it.
People
I
say it's
saw the
good, but I
trailer.
saw the trailer. I'm gonna be very honest.
I don't know what the story's about.
Me too. Off
Yeah.
the trailer, but I was like,
Yeah.
And then what do we have?
Then
Lady
you have The
Bird,
Shape of
yeah.
Water, which
Shape of
apparently
Water.
nobody saw. Yeah. And Lady Bird, which is the favorite to win this one.
Yeah, because Greta Gerwig
Yeah.
wrote that one herself. And she
Oh.
also, she wrote it herself. They don't put the name of the person.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
no.
Ah, man, you need to have the people. Yeah,
There is a- there
he
is,
has the people. He has the people.
So
Original screenplay. Give me the names of the people.
The Big Sick was written by Emily V. Gordon, and I think
I saw an interview with her.
the other name is not popping up right now,
But
but
Greta
and Kumal Nanjiani.
Oh, you need to watch out with.
It-
Hey.
Sorry for that shit.
Okay, and then the next one.
Get Out was by Jordan Peele, obviously.
Yeah, he did that one by himself.
Lady Bird by Greta
Greta Gerwig wrote that by herself. Yeah, see, she also directed
The
it.
Shape of Water, Guillermo del Toro.
By himself, not someone else. No co-writer.
Let me see if there's a co-writer.
I was curious.
that's gonna influence the best director.
Which one?
Oh,
The
by
screenplay.
and Vanessa.
It's never
Taylor.
the same
The
person.
story.
But because Del Toro
Never the
is
same
big
person.
Del
favorite
Toro
to
did
win
the
Best
story, and
Director.
Vanessa Taylor
Yeah.
helped him on the screenplay.
Yeah, see, that's how they do it. I told
Okay.
you. See, I need to know these details.
And then
And Three Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri was by Martin McDonough.
Meredith McDonough by himself. Okay. So, let's see. I haven't seen Lady Bird. It's hype.
Me neither.
it is hype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hype. I haven't seen it.
What have you seen?
I've seen trailers.
Off of this?
Get
Three
Out,
Billboards.
Three
Yeah,
Billboards.
Three Billboards.
Right. Big
Get
no,
Out.
no, no,
Big Sick. I haven't seen what else.
All of you.
Shape of Water, you haven't.
Yeah, Get
Shape
Out
of Water
was-
also.
So it's these two, and I've also watched only those two.
Ooh. It's difficult that because we haven't seen Shape of Water and Lady Bird. I don't. The Big Sick.
Have you seen the Billboard thing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a really good movie. Man.
No,
Most
I heard.
recent
I
one I
heard
watched,
it's
yeah.
a very
Watch it.
very good one.
Watch it.
Yeah.
very good.
Well, I'm still gonna talk. You know me. I'm still gonna say. my
Go
shit.
ahead, man.
So
Shoot your shots.
You can do it.
what are you
Don't do
talking
it.
about? We
Don't
can
do
talk
it.
about. I haven't
Yeah.
seen it, but I know all of them, and I know what all
Do
of them are
not
about.
do it, okay?
What are you talking about?
What is your
Don't do
problem,
Let me
man?
give it. Let me. First
Okay.
of all,
I'm just protecting
let's
you,
start
bro.
with
I'm
the
just
ones
saying.
we've seen.
Cool.
Get Out. Very well written.
Very well.
Very well written, and especially in this category, because they have two categories for screenplays. They have original and adapted. This is the original one.
Yeah.
And I think that's where this is has a huge advantage in that. Of course, it's an original screenplay, but it's also a very original concept. The concept's very
Yeah.
unique, very different.
Mm-hmm.
So
Compared to what we see most
yeah,
of-
exactly. Like I
normally,
think
but-
in terms of just the concept for a film, this is the best one in this category, and that's something we can say because I know what the concepts are for all the other ones.
Yeah.
Except for The Shape of Water, that one was also very unique as a concept.
Yeah.
Very unique concept.
I was really surprised with watching that trailer and seeing what kind of story
What
it
is
was.
very
the
interesting
shape?
idea.
What is the shape
And
of
Three
water
Billboards really, and Three
about?
Billboards is
What is the shape of water about?
What I understood.
It's about what is it? What is it set in the
it's-
60s
it's
or
an
70s?
alien or
It's an
creature.
alien. It's an alien creature that's kept in this sort
Yeah.
of CIA sort of Area 51 type of place,
Okay.
and
and he becomes friends basically with some of the people that work there,
Yeah.
and they try to help him escape. That's what I got out of it.
it's kind of a
Mm.
heist movie
Okay.
with a
like a friendly, like it's it looks family, like with a family friendly touch.
yeah.
That's
And
the vibe. That's the vibe. We haven't seen the film. They
It's
take
kind of
long as
a-
fuck to bring it over here, so
we don't know if
we're
someone gets
trying.
brutally
We're
murdered.
trying, yeah, we're trying. What do you want me to do?
And
From
Lady
the looks
Bird.
of it, it looks very interesting.
That okay, Lady Bird, good. Lady Bird, I don't know. I don't get it. I saw the
Oh, yeah.
trailer. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I read what it's about. I don't get it. I don't understand.
And that's why.
I don't understand it.
Wait.
But let me add to
I'm
that.
not saying it's
that
not
the-
good. I just don't get the concept. I will say this. From the way it's shot and from what it seems to be about, it gives me a mumblecore type of feel. Maybe a more structured version of that, but a very like that sort of indie film vibe that they're
Yeah,
going
yeah.
for.
Let
Sort
me
of
read the
Mark and-
synopsis real
Sort of the
quick.
Mark and J.
They made it
Duplass
for the
type of
hipsters.
thing.
What you're
The
saying.
synopsis is a strong-willed teenager,
See?
Christine McPherson, who has dubbed herself Lady Bird, yearns to leave her hometown for Sacramento and attend a college on the East Coast. Her equally opinionated mother, Marion, who is struggling to provide for her family, tries to prepare her daughter for a life inevitable of heartbreaks while also encouraging her to be her best self.
All right, hold on.
I mean, let me tell you something. There's a lot of stuff that I could say right now
How is this original?
that I'm not gonna say. No, because this is. I mean, this is just.
This is
not
made
for me.
for
I mean, it's-
this
okay, let me-
society. The
it could be-
problems
it
we're
could be
having
well
right
made.
now.
The
Listen,
original
it could be
twist
well
is
made.
probably that this is about the girl instead of a guy going on his own.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's okay. Well, it's
Yeah.
a coming of age film.
Yeah,
Mhm.
It's a
basically.
coming of age
It's
film.
the standard indie movie, basically.
It's a standard indie coming of age
But
film.
really focus on the woman. of
focus now on
today.
her
Yeah.
her being a young woman and coming. That's how
Instead
that's
of
how
a
they
young guy.
that's how they
young boy.
sold
Yeah.
it to me when she was on the James Corden show, the Late Late Show. That's what I
Yeah.
got from it. So
But this is a
Cool.
good segue.
cool
So-
with that. Yeah, I'm not. No, I could. You need to stop me later. The point.
I'm gonna stop you at the right
is-
time.
It's cool, but I'm saying as a concept, if you compare that to The Shape of Water, if you compare that to Get Out, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing,
That's what I'm saying.
very
This
good
one you
concept.
should compare to Three Billboards.
You should
Because
compare it
Three
to-
Billboards is made really touching upon problems in society right now.
Yeah, that's an interesting.
Gender,
Yeah.
sex, race,
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
sexual
Police-
assault.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
even some
Yeah.
controversy around the race part of that.
race.
movie.
Yeah, is a big part of it. Police
Yeah.
brutality,
Mm.
yeah.
Mm.
very much what the
Mm.
film was about. Yeah,
Yeah.
I,
Great
I
film.
would personally give it to that one. I haven't seen
Yeah.
the
to
Shape
me,
of
it's between
Water.
that one and Get Out because Get Out was well written.
Well, look.
Get
To
Out
Get
be,
Out
to
was
be,
really well written, but Three Billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri is more topical, or at least for
Well, Get Out was very topical.
it was very topical, but it is more in line with what people are talking about the most right now.
Right now, it's true.
Right now,
because Three Billboards came
What-
later.
yeah,
What? Three billboards?
Yeah.
So Three
Have you watched
Billboards
it?
Outside Ebbing, Missouri
No,
is
it's
about
it's about a woman that what was something about a murder or
her daughter
her
was
daughter
raped and
was-
killed.
Yeah, exactly.
several
then she-
months after the
Yeah,
rape
yeah.
of and murder of
There
her
we go.
And then
teenage
she
daughter
plays this-
Mildred.
places,
Hey, listen.
He's
That's what he's gonna
giving
tell
a
you.
synopsis.
Several months after the rape and murder of her
What's
teenage.
up with him?
I'm helping you out. man.
Give me the
We
story.
gotta get this podcast going. We gotta do our thing, guys. Come on.
Several
keep some
months
structure in this
after the
bitch.
rape and murder of her teenage daughter Mildred Hayes is furious that the case remains unsolved, that she commissions 3 billboards questioning the town's respected sheriff. The prickly Mildred's actions escalate tensions throughout the town, provoking intense reactions from all involved. Basically that.
Very
Like
good
stuff
film.
gets out of hand. Also because they're in an area that is very racist in the South, I believe. Yeah, it's
And it's
Ebbing,
also
Missouri.
very contained. Like
It's very small.
It's
very
very
rural.
small.
Everyone knows each other.
Yeah.
That type of
you
thing.
get all that feeling of middle America,
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
the villages the
Well-
small towns. You
Well, we don't have
Yeah.
to guess. It's Ebbing,
It's Ebbing,
Missouri.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
where it is.
Okay.
We don't have-
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
place.
I know.
The exact
Yeah.
location.
I said that.
Yeah. Okay. No, because he was. I don't know. Go ahead.
No,
Anyway,
I was
yeah.
just trying to convey what.
So Ebbing,
That's
Missouri
right.
is small.
Yeah.
And then shit gets out of hand, and police brutality really makes it. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
Well, police brutality is a part of the story from the beginning because one of the sheriffs, not the main sheriff, but
And
his-
neglect.
yeah.
The big thing about
Yeah,
these
yeah,
cases
yeah.
being neglected.
Yeah, this case being neglected.
The most interesting thing about this story, how it was portrayed and everything, to me was how comedic it was in its tragedy.
Yeah.
Like you don't see that often anymore. Really
That-
funny
that-
movies
yeah.
black
about
comedy.
really.
Yeah,
That was that
Terrible
Coen
shit.
Brothers aspect
it's
that
Coen Brothers type.
So
But
the
it
paradigm.
was written really snappy, and
Yeah.
you didn't feel weird or tired, and it just went real quick, like jokes after jokes. But it were not jokes.
It was hilarious.
It was funny, but it was
Yeah.
also
funny.
very.
It's funnier than a couple of comedies I've seen.
Yeah, it was.
Really?
And
But
then
it was also very.
then it hits you.
So
Yeah.
dark
Yeah.
comedy.
It's
Yeah,
very
that's
Yeah.
exactly what it is. But it was also very
It's very
intense.
But it's a real
very
serious
dark,
story.
Like it's on both ends of the spectrum.
Perfectly done,
Yeah.
executed. Like there's no way you came out thinking you watched a comedy. You're like,
Okay, so
You see,
so
but
basically,
this is
basically
where I
from
started to
the-
get.
from
One
the
of
whole-
us should have watched Lady Bird because now
Yeah.
people are gonna shit on us.
But-
Oh, you
but-
guys
I
didn't
but-
like
like
it
the
is
film.
probably not even in the theaters, right?
No, you can't. Well, if you try hard, I think you can find some place where you can some off-brand.
but
theater
but
somewhere that
to
we can
be,
watch it.
I have to add to this, man. Like the top three here are really close. There's no clear
Oh yeah,
favorite.
who's it?
So
let's go.
Lady Bird is like 2.10 is the odd. Like you get 2.10 times you.
If she
but
wins
then-
that, wait, I'm gonna. You go.
And but then Get Out's like 3, and then Three Billboards is 3.5, and then there's a big gap. So the top three, Lady Bird, Get Out, and Three Billboards are really close.
it's gonna be one of them. It's gonna
Really
be one of them.
close.
Let me
Yeah,
tell you
but
this.
it's really close. It's
Let
like
me
this
tell
is
you this.
unpredictable.
Okay, let him finish.
depends on
first,
what-
man. Let
You
him
was done
finish.
now.
But that was it. That was.
Okay, go ahead.
This man.
What are you trying to do?
I'm just saying. No, I thought he was. You know, he was go.
We got the
I
podcast
slipped
going
in the
on.
point.
We're
Okay.
back. We're doing our thing, and he's just. We didn't even tell people. We're back. We're doing our thing.
Yeah,
we didn't even
we
announce.
can add something. At
We
the
didn't even
beginning.
say our name or anything. Anyways, we'll do that later. We're into it now. No, what I wanted to say is that. So, I was telling Nick, if we're gonna do bets for the Academy Awards, it'd be smart to do multi bets. So where you bet on a specific set of things
Yeah.
happening. So not just
Yeah.
one, but
So
like
you have
both
to give them all right
happen.
to win.
Both, yeah. You know why? Because with the Academy Awards, there's actually a connection between the categories. If someone wins this, it's a big
Mhm.
chance they win that. If they win
Yeah.
that, they win. And what I think with this, I was telling him is that the people who win original screenplay, from what I've seen often, they don't win Best Director. Often.
But Best
Mm.
Picture wins Best Actor usually or actress.
Yeah, Best Picture mostly gets at least an acting, and also the director very often is the same person.
Okay.
So this one, I'm thinking it depends on where they want to go with what's going on in the media right now, with Me Too, revolving around women. You know, at the Golden Globes, they
Don't
had
touch
the
it.
whole Time's Up. Shut up. At the Golden Globes,
Don't
they
do
had the
it.
whole. Shut up, man. I'm doing my thing. I know how to do this. They had the Time's Up movement, right? They all dressed in black. Oprah Winfrey gave her speech. It was a very
Yeah.
good speech.
Mhm.
Don't go
And
into detail.
People started saying she has to
At
run
a
for president.
certain point
I'm just
of
helping. I'm just helping
the
him out, man.
event,
Yeah.
I'm just stating facts that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
At a certain point of the event, it came to the directors,
Mhm.
right? At the Golden Globes,
Yeah.
Natalie Portman was presenting, and she said, and here are the all-male nominees. So she made the point
Their
right?
own meal.
they're all male. This time they didn't do that. They got Greta Gerwig.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't gone
So-
to the directors.
Oh, yeah,
list.
that's a good point.
So maybe
That's
we need to compare the
interesting.
best picture and best.
Yeah,
director.
well, we'll get there.
But we'll
in-
get there. in
The
a second.
point is,
Very soon.
it depends on where they want to go. I'll see that. It depends on where they want to go with this. If they want to really go all the way and give her that directing nomination too, or if they just give her this one as a sort of like, we see you hustling,
Mm,
but we're going to leave this.
I see.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I'm saying if she wins this, then I don't think she's good. I think a lot of people want her to win Best Director.
Yeah.
That's my
yeah.
point. But if she wins this, I don't think she will.
But the
I don't think she'll win both. That's
but
ridiculous.
The
She's not going to win
also
both.
Follow
She's
the
not going to
Golden
win
Globes
both.
pretty
She's
much.
not winning both. She's not winning both. Forget it.
She will win one because also
win
like
one.
this was a big year for women.
She'll
in
win one.
entertainment.
I think she'll win one. I think she
They-
should win one. I haven't even seen the shit, but I think she should win one.
They will give it. They will give it.
They'll
But
give
best
it one.
director, I don't know which one it's gonna be. But
So
not
put your
both.
money on one of
No
those.
one wins both. Both is ridiculous. Can't win both. Insane. Best original screenplay, best director. Jesus,
If
Oh,
they
by the way,
too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
Even Quentin
Jeff
Tarantino
and
didn't
I
win
do
both.
not condone betting. I distance myself from whatever these two guys are going to.
Quentin
be doing
Tarantino won
in
best
their-
original screenplay for
free
Django
time.
Unchained. They
You know,
didn't
we're
give him
just
best
doing this
director.
to give an indication of what's the favorites. Not like it's not like we're actually gonna get to the point.
Next category.
Next
What category are
category.
you going to now?
What would you like? Best actor, best actress. You want to skip that?
Yeah,
for
let's
last?
get into the bigger ones.
Yeah, let's get into the
let's-
real.
All right.
We need to. Yeah.
Well, I
Let's
already
start-
peeped. No, wait,
okay.
we should do best director because I already sort of.
Best
Went into
director.
that.
That's true.
Yes,
That's
all
true.
right.
Chef,
Well, best
by the
director. I
way-
mean,
by
the
the way,
the big favorite.
What about it?
Zie, ik hoorde toen net een beep.
Oh, someone should go look.
Go look.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
introduce it.
Yes.
Yeah. So best director. We got the big favorite is Del Toro.
Of course.
Okay, cool.
Del Toro,
Mhm.
big favorite.
For
Then
the Shape of
we got
Water.
Nolan,
Nolan for Dunkirk.
Gerwig,
Greta Gerwig.
and then
Lady
Peele,
Bird.
which is a big gap
Jordan
between.
Get
Jordan
out.
Peele is nominated,
I was.
Awesome.
It was nice to see that.
but the odds is
good.
26. It's a big gap between the
yeah,
others,
small
though.
chance he wins.
And then Paul Thomas Anderson,
Paul Thomas Anderson.
For
which is
Phantom
a very
Phantom Thread. Paul Thomas Anderson. Let me take this. Paul
Okay.
Thomas Anderson.
If you put $10 on him, you win 510. Like
The odds for Paul
are low.
Thomas Anderson to win are low.
The odds are really high.
High.
I
which
mean, the
means-
odds is like so.
Which
He
means-
he has the lowest chance of
Yeah,
winning.
lowest chance of winning. That's what I
it is. Yeah.
because people don't know what they're talking about.
Now,
But so he
this
won't
is your
win, that's
opinion.
what I mean.
This
I
is
mean,
all
this-
our
Subjective.
opinion.
Man, oh.
Let
Oh,
it
that-
be
I'm
clear.
gonna do my
on
thing.
this
Shoot your
podcast,
shots.
whatever
Jack
someone says
did.
is their own opinion.
I'm gonna do my thing. Hold on, let me get this can. Let me
What?
get this
Shoot
mic.
your-
Right. Paul
shoot
Thomas
your
Anderson
shot.
is, according to anybody who knows anything about film,
Go for it.
easily
No,
one
listen,
of the
listen.
best
We're
directors
talking-
working
no,
today.
no.
Easily,
Talk,
easily.
man.
It's
Give
not,
your
no, I'm not
opinion.
talking.
Give your
I'm not-
opinion.
Talk
Give
this
your
shit.
No,
opinion.
no, no.
Talk your
I'm gonna.
shit.
No, listen.
Talk
I'm
your
not
shit.
even.
Let him
I'm not
shoot
even
it.
starting.
Talk
Paul Thomas
your
Anderson
shit.
Talk
is
about
one of the best directors in the world. You go ask people.
subjectively.
Go to any film school.
Subjectively.
Go ask
He
critics. When you talk about
You don't get-
mainstream,
That's
you get
your
Nolan.
opinion.
Yeah. But you don't get nominated for nothing. He's
But-
there for a reason.
Paul
On the
Thomas
list.
Anderson.
Talk
Are you kidding?
your.
No, I'm
Hard
saying I'm
Eight.
agreeing.
Magnolia, Boogie Nights. No?
Yeah. So it's not.
Should I
it's
keep
not,
going?
It's not
Punch
mainstream.
Drunk Gloves.
But
Should
how?
I keep going? There Will Be Blood. The
That-
Master. You do, this
Will
is
Be
one of the.
Blood
But this
is
is. I'm not
huge,
even
yeah.
exaggerating. He's already been the guys. I think he's won 3. He has 3 Oscars on his name already. Could you check?
I'm checking right
He has
now.
several. He's won several Oscars already. This is a legendary director. His film hasn't been released yet. It was released very late and it hasn't even had the wide release yet. So not a lot of people know about it. They haven't seen it.
Yo,
And
You're
this
saying
dude
his movies
has
are
an
not mainstream
Insane
enough.
amount of
Tell them.
what? There are way too many to.
Yeah, but how many wins?
You know what you should do? You should put $2 on him.
Paul
You
Thomas
can win
Anderson is one of the
100.
best directors in the world. This is not. I'm not just saying it. This is
He-
really true.
But he really like.
But you have to
He
know
is.
film. You have to know film. If you don't know
Yeah.
anything about film, then you're not gonna know who
Something we know about the Oscars is that a lot of times they get it wrong.
They just get
Yes,
some people.
But
Get
I
some-
don't. With the times right now and how stuff is for some.
But it
certain people
shows you.
supposed
See,
to
the
go like that.
Oscars always struggles between skill because it is voted by people in the industry
Mhm.
Yeah.
and appeal because it's viewed by people outside of the industry.
Yeah.
So Greta Gerwig, Jordan Peele, they're there for the people outside of it. Paul Thomas Anderson, Nolan a little bit, Guillermo del Toro, they're there for the people who are in the industry.
Yeah.
Paul Thomas Anderson.
Directing is.
I'll say this. This is the last thing. This is the last thing. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say. The New York Times made a
That's
list
a lie.
of the 25 films, 25 best films of the
Yeah.
21st century. So since the year 2000, the best films,
Mhm.
top 25. It wasn't just a random list they did on a weekend. What they did is they asked directors, they asked actors, they went to film critics, film professionals, people who do reviews, all sorts of people that know film. They interviewed them. Out of all the films since the year 2000, the number one was There Will Be Blood
Of course.
by Paul Thomas Anderson.
I understand that.
And everyone just gets
But
it. No one
it's-
even debate. People look at it like, yeah, that makes sense. It's
I
like,
would-
yes, of course.
For most of the part, I would agree with you. It's just that the culture right now would not.
No,
stomach
because I don't think he's
this
gonna win. He's
shit.
not gonna win. He's not gonna win.
No,
Yeah.
he's-
He's not gonna win.
The
he's not
culture
gonna
would not.
No, he's definitely
no.
not winning. No,
Okay,
I'd be
so
shocked.
who's winning?
It's-
Del
I would
Del-
say
Del Toro's
Toro.
not gonna win.
He's the absolute
Yeah.
favorite. in this.
He's
Yeah.
a He's a Hollywood darling in the sense that
like him.
every film of his has been nominated, or not every film, but every film in the last few years has been nominated.
They like him. He does stuff for the kids.
That doesn't
Yeah.
say a lot, but okay, cool.
He's liked by the industry people, and he's also
And
liked
people
by
on the outside.
Yeah,
But so is Nolan.
Nolan less.
I think it's one of the. I think it's between two of them.
No, yeah.
I
That's
think-
Nolan for
I
sure.
think it's between the two
Cool.
of them.
Next topic.
Man,
What is your
you're ruining this. We're having a great episode right now. We're getting into it.
You wanna,
And you're ruining it
what is your problem?
because
man?
you
wanna
only
go
watch
home?
fucking Scandal and Grey's Anatomy and shit.
Fuck your shit.
Continue,
I
Jeff.
haven't seen
Jeff was saying this.
Grey's Anatomy.
Jeff was it? Let Jeff. What were you saying, man? I was listening. Come on.
I lost my train.
Fuck you. Fuck.
Let's go.
Now we have to go to
Fine. Different category.
Be-
Best
uh,
actor and actress.
okay, yeah, let's go to that one.
Best actor. Whoa, this is the absolute favorite. The lowest odd I've seen is Oldman.
For Darkest Hour. Winston
Yeah,
Churchill.
it's-
Yeah.
Gary
yeah,
Oldman.
yeah,
Darkest
yeah.
Hour, yeah.
And then
He's a great actor, though.
Chalamet.
What?
Jesus, that's a big difference. Look at
Hold on.
This is a podcast, guys.
that. Yeah.
What do you mean? Look at that. Look,
You-
what are we looking at?
Talk to us
The odd
Timothy
Yeah.
Chalamet.
Chalamet.
for Call Me by
Call
Your
Me
Name.
by Your Name has been
I've
nominated.
seen a lot of trailers for this one. I've seen synopsis for this one. It seems like a pretty good movie.
Well, yeah.
The actors in it
don't.
seem
Yeah.
pretty okay, but I don't know.
Keep it.
Oh, you guys watched it
No.
No.
because of the premise?
Shut up, man. Don't.
Wow.
Didn't we say no?
Really?
We said no.
I just want to get. I just want
We
to know.
said
why
no.
not.
When we say no,
I
it
just
means
wanna
you
know
stop
why
talking.
no.
I'm sure it's a great film. I am going to see it because, you know, I'll probably, no, we'll go see it. We'll go see it. We'll go see it
That's a
together.
lie.
I'm not gonna see it together. We're gonna see it.
We'll see, yeah. We'll see it. See it separately.
You know
That's
that there's like the woman at the theater. Which movie did we go watch? We just checked out some shitty comedy
Ah, yeah,
movie,
well,
and she was
sweet.
like, "Oh, zoetsappig, like a sweet movie you're gonna watch." Like,
Together.
what are you saying? Oh, we just like to watch movies. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. What are you judging?
Two men can go.
It's
see
like we
it.
haven't-
I thought it was 2018 is what I thought. But whatever.
And we have a pass. We get to watch movies for free.
Yeah,
we watch
we have
everything.
the Pass. We like whatever. Anyway, the point is,
Yeah,
Continue.
Daniel Kaluuya, Get Out.
yeah.
I was surprised. He deserves it.
Right.
Yeah, I was surprised. I didn't think he would get it, but he
Over
deserves
Oldman?
it.
Oh, okay, like that.
Look at
Yeah.
this.
Well, because Oldman is Oldman.
Mm-hmm.
Oldman is like
He's gonna win.
Oldman
is
is
Meryl Streep.
He's
bro.
gonna
Gary
win. Yeah,
Oldman.
He's gonna win.
He's Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
He's playing Winston Churchill during the war. He's gonna get
Yeah.
nominated. That's it.
Yeah.
That's just all it is. there.
Gary Oldman
That's
is one of
all
those
it
people
was.
that Hollywood
He
loves
just
as well.
gets Meryl Streep got
Oh,
nominated
but-
again.
Yeah.
Will people get outraged if Gary Oldman wins? And
A better example are the other two, Daniel Day-Lewis and Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
ooh, yeah.
They get nominated as soon as they do shit. They do shit.
Yeah,
it
nomination.
doesn't
yeah.
matter. Like
Do
Yeah,
some
doesn't matter.
nomination. Not that they don't deserve it.
Oh,
I
they
haven't
do.
seen any of the films
Nah,
because
like,
those are they're gonna be released like way later here.
Daniel
to be honest.
Kaluuya
Apart
and
from
Timothée
Gary Oldman,
Chalamet
this is
will
a
not
very
get
close
anything.
one. If Gary
we-
Oldman wasn't in the
They're both
picture,
saying something.
this would
Yeah.
be.
It will be either Gary Oldman, Daniel Day-Lewis, or Denzel Washington. These other two guys are not getting it.
But the odds for Gary Oldman were very low. You said
Very
high.
Gary Oldman is like guaranteed to win, basically, according to these odds.
really?
Yeah, and Daniel Day-Lewis and Denzel Washington have the highest odds, so they're the lowest chance to win.
What?
Look at that.